Woke up this morning, decided to go for a run. Actually, I decided last night. Actually, I decided probably decades ago to go for a run. Today, anyway, clicked on the news on my phone to read and said that the middle of no place somewhere in Utah was 35 degrees below zero yesterday. Had broken some kind of record for October. I looked and it was 40 degrees or 42 degrees outside our door, and I thought to myself, you've got to be kidding me. I put on layers and I started to get ready to head out. And I thought, I'm going to read for a while. And I told myself last night I was going to get out first thing, but after doing that, I just, looking at the temperature, I thought, you've got to be kidding me. But no matter what happened, the temperature didn't seem to increase. And then the wind started blowing. And I thought I should grab some gloves. And then I thought, nah, if I get gloves, I'll be stuck in gloves all winter long. Because once you put them on and you start running, it's like you don't take them off. It becomes part of the ritual until spring gets here. And I just didn't want to do it in October. But I thought about those things that bridge us through. Those things that get us to the next season, because we're obviously coming into that season when it's going to be colder running after an incredible long season of warm weather running. And thinking about the Thanksgiving dinner, I remembered when Pete Korkovalis, who started it, said he couldn't cook the turkeys anymore. He had some heart problems, and so for the next few years I cooked the majority of the turkeys. I would do it in the kitchen. I would cook about $500 worth of turkeys, which was, 25 or 30 turkeys. I don't remember what it was. I'd cook them everywhere. I'd cook them in barbecues. I'd cook them in the parsonage oven. I'd cook them in the ovens at the church. I'd cook them everywhere. I cooked turkeys like crazy. And then what I did by the time Wednesday night came before Thanksgiving, I would be pretty much out of gas, even at just 35, 36 years old, whatever I was. And Mark and Kelly Cotting came to the church, and then their kids, their girls. Kelly Cotting stepped in to come alongside me and started helping. And I gave Kelly a key to the kitchen at the church. And I said, Kelly, it would be the most help of all to me if you could just show up on Thanksgiving morning at like 5 o'clock and start warming everything, because it's going to take a while to get everything warm. And if you could start pulling everything from the refrigerator, we just back then had one little single wide refrigerator. I would have it all packed away. I'd learned how to break it down, right, the turkey. And we would cook everything then Thanksgiving morning. We literally would cook everything Thanksgiving morning. I said, if you could start the potatoes, if you could start the vegetables, and if you could start warming up the turkey that's been cooked ahead of time. And Kelly faithfully for, 3, 4, maybe 5 years would show up, and she would open up the kitchens well before we had an all-night crew. And she would get things started. Hardly ever Thanksgiving goes by that I don't think about Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. And her teamwork in all of this. Because of Kelly coming in and bridging the gap in that time, I remember going out for runs. I remember moving up here to the hill. During that time, I remember I would run down, do a 9-mile run Thanksgiving morning down there, and I would walk in, and it would be so warm and smell that incredible smell of Thanksgiving and pumpkin pie and dressing and turkey and all of that, and it'd be so wonderful inside the kitchens after being out on a run and being cold. And I would think that just Kelly started to represent Thanksgiving to me. I haven't seen Kelly for quite a while. I don't know how many years it's been since I've seen Kelly. Her girls are adults now. They're parents on their own. But because of her, we were able to get to year 32. She built a bridge back then when we needed her desperately. And she came in all by herself, opened the door, started Thanksgiving out, and was a bridge when no one else saw what was going on. There's a place in your life that to be the miracle, you need to be the bridge. And the problem is we have a tendency to break down somewhere along the line. Problem is we have a tendency to think, I just can't do it anymore, man. This is impossible. And we can. We can continue on. We can make it through. We can be the bridge. We can be the ones who just get through today. And that's the only day we need to get through is today. And when we make it through the day, we can lay our heads down and say, okay, hopefully today was good enough. And we were the bridge because when we make it through the day, we have the opportunity to have the promise of tomorrow. That didn't sound good. I hope everyone's okay wherever that came from. Hope no one was underneath that. Anyway, I don't know what it is that you're facing today and your challenges, and I don't know what struggles that are coming on in your life, but maybe you feel alone in the dark on a cold morning, and you have a key and you have a big responsibility. I want you to know when you're faithful to keep that responsibility, you have the opportunity to open doors decades from now that we don't even begin to see. Right now, you're just building a bridge that will keep generations from now safe. We'll make sure they don't go alone. We'll make sure that they're not forgotten in their time of distress on Thanksgiving. You see, for you and me, when we become the bridge, it's also how we get to be the miracle. And I don't know about you, I don't want to lead a life of mediocrity. I want to lead a life that's miraculous. Hey, let's go out there and be the miracle today. Sometimes when I'm running and I'm cold like this, I think if I can just push my body a little bit more, and I totally forget that this body, it's me. This is me. This is who I am. This person that's living your life right now, the one that you're unhappy with or happy with or struggling with or fighting with, that's you. And you only get today to fix yourself. Why not get out there and fix yourself and be the miracle today? No better day than today. Let's do it together. Give me a call. Contact me. Reach out. We can be the miracle.